It's a matter of consensus that it is the steppe influx that brought the Indo-European languages to Europe. Does the chronology fit there?
Yes, that chronology fits. According to Talageri's chronology, confirmed from totally different angles, from archaeoastronomy, for instance, even as worked out by people who were not busy with the homeland discussion at all, like Aryan Iyengar from Bengaluru. So this would be the Vedas starting in about 3300 BCE. This starts with King Bharata, after whom India is named Bharat. And we have, thanks to the king list in the Puranas, which, as Egypt and Mesopotamia teach us, where you have a parallel situation with king lists, are a pretty reliable source of history.
Okay.
And, you know, especially if you look at the culture of those days, to them this was extremely important. You see, that was the job of these poets and chroniclers and so on, to perpetuate the memory of their king. And so we have this testimony also in the Rig Veda, that a bit before the Rig Veda, a few generations earlier, the way we talk about Napoleon or Stalin or so, there was a conflict with the Druh tribe, and the Druhyas are winning. Then the Paurava tribe, to which King Bharata belongs, the king at the time has a brother-in-law with the Solar dynasty, and so he comes to his rescue and wins the battle against the Druhyu tribe, and the Druhyu tribe is expelled from India. And so they leave northwest and they end up in Central Asia and so on. And so it's described that they went northwest and they set up kingdoms there. So the first one is exactly on the way out of India, is Gandhara. Gandhara is named after the king of the Druhyu tribe at that time. And so that lies near what is now Rawalpindi in Pakistan. So just next to the Khyber Pass, they're leaving. And so they arrive in the Yamnaya area, like just in time to enter Europe. Now, of course, they're not the only ones to enter Europe. You see, there is a vast immigration, and here I can really say, without fear of being contradicted, invasion into Europe. Now here, of course, there is a lot to be reconstructed. This is very, very, very provisional. And so I don't say that the Druhyu tribe went from India into Europe. You know, there are a lot of stages in between. And they had time enough to mix with local populations and so on. So little of Indian genes will be found in Europe, but the language, yes. Now, that's a bit provisional in the sense that, you know, I'm open to alternatives, but so far, in terms of literary evidence, that is the best we have. Meanwhile, also supported a little bit by archaeological evidence.
Okay.
So, archaeologically, there's every reason to say there was no immigration or invasion into India. But to say that there was a migration from India, that's harder. Indian archaeologists are not very active in Central Asia. So inside India there's more than enough to do, of course. But you see, there you don't find this expected evidence for immigration. The other way is more difficult. First, something about the Indian archaeologists. Recently, someone, David Mino, produced a video in which he takes issue with my statement that most Indian archaeologists don't believe in the Aryan invasion. This is something that I myself have noticed in different archaeology conferences. Yet, he says, you see, in academic publications you don't find that. And so there are some, like Michel Danino, like the late Bibi Lal, who do go very explicit on no Aryan invasion. On the contrary, you know, the Vedic civilization is totally native. It's in fact not the Indus civilization, but part of the Indus civilization.